to Bizzie Beez Designs. I'm so glad that you could join us. I'm Ann Evelise, and we are working on the Garden Dreams crochet blanket. Today we're on section 8 of the blanket, and let's show you what we have done so far. Last time we had finished up section 7, and that was the colors that I used to represent the zinnia flower. Today we're going to start on this beautiful purple color, and for section 8, the flower that we're going to represent with that color is the hydrangea blossom. And we're going to go visit my brother Cesar Santiago, and I know you've been following along and enjoying the videos that he's been sharing. His YouTube channel is called Garden Dreams and Other Things. I encourage you to go visit his channel. I think you'll enjoy what he has to share. But anyway, here we go. We're going to visit him, and today we're going to be in his garden, and we get to see the beautiful hydrangea plants that he has in his garden. When we're finished there, we'll come back here and I'll start a tutorial and show you how to complete section 8 of the blanket that we're doing. And I'll see you in a few minutes.
Welcome back to Garden Dreams and Other Things. It is a hot summer day today, and this is a great time of the year for the hydrangeas. And I'm just now learning a lot about them. When I started gardening here at the house, we only had one, and it's been here for a long time. And then just last year I added 2. This is one of them that I added. And I'm really enjoying seeing them and learning a lot about them. And so I want to take you through the garden and talk about the 3 that I have here, and tell you a little bit about each one of them. So let's start with the first one. This one is the Hydrangea microphylla, and it prefers shade or dappled sunlight. I have it on the side of the house that it gets sun from like 9 in the morning till about 1 o'clock, maybe noon, and then it gets a little sun in the afternoon. And it seems to be very happy here. And these are the ones that they have. They're different from the other ones that I have, in that they have, I don't know if you can see at the very top, it has this little center of the little round blooms, and then the blooms around that. I think they're called a lace cap. I think that's the term that's used for that. And then as they age, then they start getting this spotted color to them. It looks like paint has been splattered on them. Most of my property is full sun, so it was nice to find a spot on the shady side of the house to introduce this one, and to have something new in the garden. Hydrangea microphylla. So let's go on to the second one. This is the panicle hydrangea. This is also this is full sun, and I think it's also called vanilla strawberry. And as you can see, probably why they call it vanilla strawberry, that combination of the pink and the white. They initially come out like this, and then they start changing over time. And they have the conical shape to them. And the position that I have it in the garden, it gets morning sun all the way to about 3 in the afternoon. And it seems to be very happy where it's at. I just water it on a regular basis. I do the same with the microphylla. I just, if it's a very hot day, I check the soil to see and just make sure that it gets a sufficient amount of water. Other than that, I don't have to do anything except enjoy it. And then this will be the first year that I'm going to trim it. So I'm reading up on that to make sure that I do that at the right time. And I believe this thing will go up to 6 feet high, which is what I'm hoping for. Some panicle hydrangea, vanilla strawberry. So let's take a look at the third one. The third one is the oldest one that I have in the garden. This was actually the one that Mother planted years ago, more than 25 years ago. And this one is a survivor. And it was 6 feet tall. It had grown to 6 feet tall. And then we had a major storm that came in and knocked out my trees in my shade garden back here. And trees that I'd had in here for a long time, at least 30 years. And one of the trees fell on top of this and crushed it. And I thought for sure, well, that's the end of that. We're not going to see that come back. And I cleared everything out, and sure enough, it came back. So it is almost 3 feet tall and very healthy. And I'm looking forward to see it get to 6 feet tall. This thing gets sun all day long, and it is very happy where it's at. And you can see that let me see if I can zoom in on something here, is that it has green in the center, and then the white blooms, and then it changes to white. Then as time goes by, it will go from that white to pink, almost a pinkish rusty color, and then it'll actually turn green again. Some of them will turn green. And the size of the bloom that you're seeing now is not the bloom can get up to 2 or 3 times bigger than what you see in my hand. So I think they're small, maybe because the hydrangea is just coming back. So I'm hoping to see this thing 6 feet tall and happy in the garden. It will be a great reminder to me of how much Mother loved the garden, how much she loved this hydrangea. So thank you for joining me with Garden Dreams and Other Things, and we will catch you the next time when we talk about some other plants.
Okay, thanks, Cesar, for sharing with us about the hydrangea. Are you ready to get to work? Let's get started. And what I have here is just some leftover of the yarn that I used on the original large blanket. And this was Premier Bloom, and the color was Sweet Pea. I decided, this is all I have left. I found this other yarn that I really like the colors of. And I think for this small blanket, I'm going to use this one. And you're more than welcome when you make your blanket to switch out and not use the yarn that I use. But you can use one of your choosing. And so I am going to use, for a small blanket, I'm going to use this Loops and Threads Soft Ombre Polyester Blend. It's a blend of polyester and acrylic. And it is also a 3-weight yarn. And again, just to remind you, we're using a size H hook, 3-weight yarn. And this color is called Plum Periwinkle White Prune. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the color. Plum, Periwinkle, and White. So that's the 3 colors you get in here. And of course, hydrangeas you can find in different colors. I've seen some that are like a pinkish color with the green, or almost a burgundy and green and beige color. So choose which one that you really like and just go with that. And so let's get started. Now we're on our second block of color. Since we did the corner, remember how we turned, we finished off the corner, and then we start our decreases. You can see where we're decreasing along the edge. And so that's our first block of color. And then the second one is going to be this one. And this will represent the hydrangea. So let's get started, and I'm just going to make a slip knot to get started. And you attach your yarn where you left off, where you had tied off your other yarn. So I'm going to attach it right here. And we're going to chain 3. Let me get my yarns out of the way. Here you can weave in your yarns at the end. So let's chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, you're going to skip. Let's look down here how we did it. We skipped that first group of just 2, and then we're going to work 2 double crochets in that first space. 1, 2, and then from here on out all the way across your blanket you're going to be working 3 double crochets in each space. So I'm going to work a couple of them for you just so you'll see that. And also there are no chains between the groups of 3 double crochets. And like I said, you're going to do 3 in every space all the way across the edge of your blanket till you get to the end. And there we've worked our first 3. Let's do a couple more. Oops, I have naughty yarn. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video right here and work all the way across to the end of the row, and then I will come back and show you how to work the end. Okay, I'm getting close to the end now, and I have to apologize. My husband's doing some construction work upstairs, replacing a window, and he's got YouTube going on really loud up there, so if you hear any background noise, that's what it is. Let me get back here in the center of our frame here. Okay, and we're getting close to the end. I hope you are enjoying this little project. I've really enjoyed it. And like I had explained before, the one that I'm working on, just as a sample for you, is smaller than the original large blanket. And so in the original, you're doing 20 rows of 20 rows of each color block. And so for this smaller version, I'm doing 10 rows of each color. You could do that, make it a baby blanket, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Or we'll see how large it turns out. Also, if you don't want as large a blanket as the original, you can come down to like 15 rows instead of 20. You can manage the size of your blanket that way. I really like the color of this yarn. I'm sorry, I have to pull out some more yarn here so we can finish this up at the end of the row. And then I'll show you how to turn. Okay, coming down to the end. And I do this every video. We're doing the same thing over and over again, but I just do that so you don't have to flip back to the video before and say, oh, I forgot how I'm supposed to do that, and have to go back to another video. You have this one that you can just follow along, and you've got the tutorial right here. I hope everyone's had a beautiful summer and you were able to relax and go on vacation and do other things that you enjoy doing in the summer. Okay, so I'm coming to the end and I've got 2 spaces left. So in this space, I'm going to be working 2 double crochets, just like how we started it. with the 1 and then the 2 double crochets. We're going to end it with 2 double crochets in the second space, and in the very last space 1 double crochet. And there it is. That's the end of your row. Chain 3 and turn. And I'll show you again how to start. How to work the first of your row. Okay. So we did our chain 3 turn, and we're going to work in this space right here. We're going to skip that little space that your chain 3 makes. Do you see that? And we're going to work in this space right here, our 2 double crochets. You do this at every beginning and your decreases in every end. It makes a nice edging on your blanket, if you can see that. Okay, we did our 2. We're going to skip our group of 3 double crochets. In the next space, work 3 double crochets. And you just do that, repeat that over and over again. Super easy. You don't have to think much about while you're working on it. You can do this. This is a project you could do while you watch TV, or listen to podcasts, or listen to music, or while you're visiting with a friend and you both like to crochet. This is something that you can do that you don't have to pay a lot of attention to the pattern. So there it is. I really like this color. Okay. And so you're just going to continue to work all the way across the row and do the end of the row like we did before. And again, we're decreasing, coming up to that very last corner of our project. And you'll work 20 rows of this color before you change out to go to your next color. Okay, well, happy crocheting, and we'll see you next time when we start our new color block. And can't wait to see what that's going to be. All right, stay tuned. I'm going to have a little devotional, and I hope you enjoy that. If you don't really care to listen, then you can just choose not to. But I encourage you to stay and listen to the devotional. I try to just share something from my heart. Just hopefully it will be encouraging and uplifting, and yeah, and that it will just give you a blessing for your day. So take care, and we'll see you next time.
Today we are at the South Holston River in East Tennessee, and that's our view for today while we have our devotional. And today's devotional is about the hydrangea, which is a symbol of gratitude and thankfulness. Now, while I was researching the meaning for the hydrangea flower, I found it to be a little difficult because it has so many different meanings, and also each color has its own meaning. But I found a list on flowermeaning.com, and I'm just going to share a few of those. It can symbolize heartfelt and honest emotions of any kind, gratitude and thanksgiving to someone else, developing a deeper understanding between two people, abundance and prosperity, grace and beauty, and also the 4th wedding anniversary for a couple. So that's a lot to choose from, but I decided to settle on gratitude and thanksgiving to someone else. Isn't it amazing what the impact of having an attitude of being thankful and grateful can have on your life? It can totally change your outlook on life and lead you to be appreciative of others and the blessings, big or small, that come your way. It helps you to not take for granted those close to you and all they do for you. And it brings encouragement to them and lets them know that they are seen and appreciated and that they matter to you. So I thought it'd be a good time to take a moment to express our thankfulness to those close to us. Being thankful for your spouse, Verbally thank them throughout each day for things that they have done for you. If you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, thank your significant other for going to work every day to provide for you and your family. Thank your kids, even for the small things they do, like picking up their toys, helping around the house, helping their siblings or friends, and showing kindness to others. Thank your parents for all they sacrificed for you and your siblings. Take a moment and look back over your life for the last 10 or 20 years. Can you find something to be grateful or thankful for that someone did for you or gave you or showed you kindness when you didn't deserve it? Let's just take a few moments and look to the Bible to see what kind of scriptures we can look at that talk about thankfulness or gratitude. Colossians 3:17 says, "And whatsoever you do in work or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father by him." 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18, "Rejoice always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Psalms 103:2, "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits." And Psalm 118:1, "Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, because his mercy endureth forever." So let's have an attitude of gratitude. And I want to challenge you to every day, for once a week, choose 3 things that you are grateful for. Then verbally thank people every day for something they have done for you or a kindness they have shown you. And don't let the day go by without thanking or expressing gratitude to those around you. This will make our world such a better place to live in. And let's not forget to thank the Lord for all he has done for us and for all he has given. Thank you for joining me today in this beautiful spot for our devotions. And I hope that you're enjoying this series that we're doing, and that you come back for our next video where we'll continue working on the Garden Dreams crochet blanket and visit Cesar in his garden, and maybe find another beautiful spot where we can have a devotional time and just have a time with the Lord. And we'll see you next time. God bless.